Spoiler warning. If you haven't watched the show that we are discussing today and want to avoid spoilers, stop right there. Go binge and come on back. If you have or don't mind spoilers, sit back with your favorite drink and enjoy. It's been so long.
Yeah, you missed out last week.
I know. Hello.
It was boring.
Oh, poor baby.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome back
Thanks.
to everybody as well.
Yeah.
Not just you. Welcome back to Nadia.
Yay.
Thanks for missing out last week
No problem.
and almost missing out this week. Really pushing it this week, yo.
Yeah.
God. No, it's okay. If I had to, I'd do it myself, but I'd do a different show because I was really boring last week. I'm sorry.
Oh. That sucks for you.
Yeah. That sucks for them,
I
not
guess
me.
I bring all the excitement.
Well, it's
to your
easier to talk
life.
to. It's easier to talk to somebody that's actually.
Why don't you just admit
present.
that I just bring all the excitement into your life?
Yes.
Thank you.
You happy?
Yeah.
All right.
Now we may move on.
We may. Hope everyone's doing well.
Woohoo!
It is Friday. Well, will be Friday.
Mhm.
It is Friday. This weekend is Father's Day.
Woot!
Sorry. I'm
Happy
wearing
Father's
my-
Day to the fathers out there.
Can you see that? Yeah, there you go. Amazing
Yeah.
dad. Yay.
Woot!
So happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Fathers, stepfathers, bio-fathers, not so fathers, grandfathers, father-in-laws.
Every type of father there is.
Every type of father there is. Mother fathers, father fathers,
Mm.
brother fathers, sister fathers, cousin fathers, aunt fathers,
Okay,
uncle
not yet.
fathers. Everybody can be a father to somebody. Father
Okay.
figures, right?
Yeah.
And like single mothers are the mother and father,
Yeah.
right?
There's like a thing on TikTok that's going around right now that's like, it's like a joke to the baby daddies. Like, make sure you get your baby mom as a gift for Father's Day.
Go straight up.
We all know they're doing all the work.
Yeah, so happy Father's Day. Hope everyone's doing well. We're okay. We're good.
Mhm.
Oh, we're okay. We're great, actually. And Nadia is okay.
Yeah.
She's still feeling nauseous, but she's okay.
Yeah.
Living
life.
life. So this week
Woot.
we're gonna be talking about the Heirs
Woot.
or the Inheritors, depending on
Woohoo.
where you are in the translation and stuff like that. I think it's Inheritors here and then Heirs in another country or something like that. So this show is jam-packed with fucking celebrities,
Yeah.
with so many stars. It's
When they were younger.
ridiculous. Even like all the friggin' adults in the show
That's
are
true.
all friggin' like A-listing stars. Like,
Mhm.
I'll be quick, okay? I'm gonna just really quick. So the main character, okay, the main three is Lee Min-ho,
Yeah.
Park Shin-Hye, and Kim Woo-bin.
Mhm.
Okay. Then you got Kang Min-hyuk from CN Blue. Then you have Che Jin-hyuk. Then you have Kang Han-il. You have Crystal Jung. Then Kim Ji-won. Then Park Hyung-sik. Then Jung Soo-jin, Lim Jun-un, and Kim Sung-ryong. I can't pronounce that one.
For
Sorry.
someone who's not used to saying like Korean names, it's honestly a tongue twister.
It really is, because some of the pronunciation are very different. So we read so Kim Tan's brother, Kim Won, okay, his real name is Che Jin-hyuk, but the way we read it is Choi,
Yeah.
Choi, but it's Che as in Chae, right? So it's like, if you don't know the way it's actually pronounced, and then you're watching the show and he says, or you're watching like an interview or whatever, and it says Che, and you're like, but it says Choi when it's translated in the subtitles, you're like, you get confused.
Isn't Choi like Cantonese or Mandarin?
I don't know, actually. I don't know. Choi, probably.
Like
oh,
the
I think, but
pronunciation?
the pronunciation would be, I think it's Vietnamese, Choi,
Oh, okay.
Choi. I think. I'm not sure. But it's pronounced Che. And then all like Lee is E. They don't pronounce it with an L, but they pronounce it just E. And it's spelled just E. Park is Pak. It's spelled Pak technically. Stuff like that. So like you'll hear it the way they pronounce it, and then the way you pronounce it is different. Yeah. So this is like there's so many other like people in this show that it's really hard to like. There's too many. Okay, so it's like jam packed. So that's why this drama was such a big thing in 2013. And it started a lot of careers for a lot of the younger stars. 2013. But there's like a lot going on in the show. Everybody is it's a rich man, poor woman show, you know what I mean? Poor girl falls in love with the rich guy. I mean, it happens so often in the shows. It's in any fucking iteration of dramas, right? But I mean, there's so much more to it than just like, oh, they fell in love and that's it. Too much to it, if anything. Like, I mean, the kid was exiled to, so Lee Min-ho plays Kim Tan, and he's exiled to the States by his brother. Kim Won.
I still don't understand how his brother had so much power over the father.
It's not that he had power over the father, more as more like to keep, like the father wanted he wanted them to fight each other pretty much. He wanted them to compete against each other.
But it's right? It's like at the end they came together and they won against everyone.
Yeah, if Kim Won was smart enough, he would have done that from the start.
Yeah. Fucking groom your brother.
That's it. Like he literally
to be your sidekick.
Right? All he wanted was a brother.
Oh, probably and you shouldn't use the word groom.
Really bad word.
Sorry.
Terrible. Okay. But in a sense, like he could have done that, right? He could have used it to his advantage, whereas like Kim Tan was just all he wanted was his brother.
Yeah.
He loved his brother, no matter how much he fucking hated him. He loved his brother, and it's like, if you were smart enough, you would have been like, okay, do this for me, and then we can be friends, kind of thing. Like, just you have to do this or that. You know
like
what I mean?
A puppy that like has a hateful owner. The puppy still wants its love, you know?
Exactly. So it's like, you want to take over the company. You want to beat out your father, you know, and you want to control
all his siblings.
Yeah, right. All these friggin'
like uncles and aunts and shit.
All these bastards. But you're trying to do it on your own.
Yeah.
You like, and you would think after the first. Remember, there's where the father pretty much did like was trying to out him, right, as the president.
Yeah.
And he did it just for show. Like he wasn't. It was all for show.
Yeah.
And he made him like scramble and try and get people's favors and shit like that. And in the end, he just showed him like,
I still have say over you.
Yeah.
Even though you're firing all my people.
You're playing in the palm of my hand type of shit. At that point, I would have been like, fuck you. And I would have went after. I would have got the younger brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would have Kim Tan to like, yo, be on my side. We can do this together. You know, brothers for life bullshit. You know.
Arms.
Exactly.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Okay. Anyway, so he should have went and told the like brother in arms type of shit, right?
Yeah.
But he didn't learn. Yo, just learn.
But like I get it. It's not their fault though, because like their dad pitted them against each other, right? So like he wanted them to fight for it, and it's like, well, no, because a company is stronger when you have a united force.
Yeah.
Or a united front. Sorry.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't know.
Yeah. That was kind of like his downfall too for Kim Won, like the older brother. That was his downfall, and that's why in the end, what was the? Oh my God! What was the? That's the weight of the crown that they bear.
Yeah. Essentially.
Right? And it could have been better if he would have done things differently beforehand. Because in the end, it was the mom,
Yeah.
the stepmom,
Yeah.
that was trying to take over, right?
Yeah.
And she had more people on her side than they thought.
I still don't understand. Like, who would she have placed as president? Like,
She was trying to take it over.
But you don't know how to run a company. You run a school. You're a principal of a school.
Well, they runs it like a company, probably.
The shit.
Yeah.
So random.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah. So that was one aspect.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the father and the son at like relationships with the two of them separately, right? Whereas you have one that wants to take over the company, but is not doing it the way that he wants it. Wants him to do it, so he hates him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the other one that just doesn't give a shit about the company and just wants to be with the one he loves.
Yeah.
Right? And fuck all that shit. You guys can go fight it out. I just want to be with Cha Eun-Sang. Right? And it's like,
So juvenile though. Like, I get it, but like, grow up.
which one?
Fucking Lee Min-ho.
I know.
Like, I get that you want to be with the person that you love, but like, let's be honest. The reason that you can do all the things that you can do are because of this company that your family owns.
Right, but you would think so. Most of the time, it's like it's always the older brother gets it, and then the younger one either wants the company, so he tries to screw over his brother, or it's the older one keeps fucking up, and then it's given to the younger one, right? But in this case,
it's like the Chinese show that you're watching right now.
Exactly. Oh my god. Please feel at ease, Mr. Ling.
Yeah.
I'm gonna compare this and that show in a minute. But it's like in this one, you have the older brother who's like running the company and wants to do it.
Yeah.
And then he hates his younger brother because he's gonna take over, and it's like he doesn't want to. He says it 1,010,000 times. He's like, I just want to live a normal life,
like
normal
the
for
smart
a rich person.
Yeah, like what his brother should have done is just like, okay, you don't want to run the company, fine, but let me put you in an executive position where you have voting rights. But like, obviously he does because he has shares, right?
Exactly.
But like, let me put you in this position and make sure that you're always on my side.
Exactly. That's what he should have done. It's like you have your younger brother. Okay, you hate him, but he follows you around like a lost little puppy.
Yeah.
Like, just use him. If you're gonna be a dick to him, just use him.
Like,
right?
It's a horrible thing because like maybe eventually
is.
like the younger brother would be like, oh shit, he was just using me this entire time.
Right.
But at least like, you know.
But like even at points, like Kim Tan is like, yo, I'll do whatever you tell. I'll do whatever it is you want, except go back to the States. I'll do anything you want except go back to the States. What does he want him to do? Go back to the States.
Yeah.
That's not going to change anything. And we're going to fucking... So, this is another point, okay? Is leaving. Just because you send him to the States doesn't mean he's not going to get the shares.
But what, like, he
Right?
could really just come back in like 5-10 years and just be like, yo, I'm going to compete with you.
That's it, right? Like, he can come back, but it's not like he's not going to get the shares. The dad was always going to give him the shares on his 18th birthday. So regardless if he went back to the States...
Exactly. You would have needed his vote anyways.
Exactly, because he would have been like a shareholder as well.
Yeah.
So it's like, your plan doesn't work.
Yeah.
Of him just sending him off to the States. Okay, he can go off to the States, learn business, and then come back and take over the company.
Yeah.
You know, in spite of you.
Yeah. Which
Right?
you're lucky he didn't because...
Right.
Like, no.
And then so, okay. This is where, okay, so the leaving part. Okay, so you're trying to kick him out. So there's another aspect to this where it's, and every fucking show I've watched recently too.
Yeah.
People tend to think that, oh, I love this person, but I need to leave to so that they can flourish in life. It's like, no. Or another is like, oh, I don't. And the Chinese drama I'm watching, please feel at ease, Mr. Ling. The main character Anshin, okay, is with Mr. Ling, but her adopted sister is still in love with Mr. Ling. So she tells her, "You're not good enough for him. he's fucking up his company because of you and all this like putting shit in her head. And then she's like, oh, he'll be better off without me. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Like, he's literally doing everything on his own. He was doing all this before you got there.
Yeah. It's like the whole thing. It's like if they're yours, let them go. And if they come back, then they're really yours. If not, then you never really had them to begin with.
Okay, I get that. Okay,
but I think that's the whole concept around it, right?
No, I know, I get that. And then, okay, so there's that one. And then there's in Doom at Your Service, okay, where Park Bo-young at one point, if you guys haven't watched it, watch it, where she's like, she asks one of the writers, oh, what would you do in this situation? And the guy's like, well, I would just not love anybody to begin with. Yeah. So, and I'll explain why I'll explain like why she did this, but she decided, oh, I'm gonna leave, and I'm gonna try and like forget about everybody. Okay, I get it. Yeah. No, sorry. Okay, let me rephrase that. It's stupid. Okay, but I get it from where she's coming from because, and I was reading like a review online. And they really missed the whole point of the way her mindset is, right? She's dying in 3 months, 2 months at this point, right? Yeah. And it's like she's so desperate for wanting to live. She's not telling anybody she wants to live. She's always like keeping her feelings, but you can see by the choices that she makes up to that point, her desperation. Yeah. And that's why she thought that this was a good idea because of desperation. It's like, you're not thinking straight at this point. So she's like, I'm just going to leave and I'm not going to love anybody. It's like, that's not how it works. You can't just leave and be like, yeah, I don't love anybody anymore. No, it's your family and the people you grew up with. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's not just going to be like,
it's just like that.
Done. Oh, I live somewhere else now.
I don't love you anymore.
No, it doesn't work that way.
You don't even run away to like a different country. You go back to your own home.
Yeah, like in Jeju Island, like you go back to your childhood home. Yeah. Like, come on now. So that was like.
But then, Yu-Sung does the same thing.
Exactly.
And she goes where they go to like some small town.
They go to some small town on the seaside. Yeah. And it's like, it's not gonna change anything. Yeah. You know, like what these characters don't understand. It's like, especially when it's where you have a chibol, right? A flower boy, rich as fuck, can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Is that what they're called?
Yeah, they're called flower boys.
Oh, that's why that show's called that, the Flower Boy or whatever.
Yeah, Flower Boy Ramen Shop and the Flower Boy Next Door. So you can't just leave these rich people.
No, because they have the means to look for you.
Exactly, and they are gonna look for you. Yeah. That's the thing. It's like this person is like head over heels for you, and you think that just by leaving it's gonna make everything better. No, you're actually making things worse by leaving. The fact that you're like, oh, he deserves better, and I shouldn't be with him because he's so rich and I'm so poor, and he has an education, or he's gonna get an education.
But you have an education. Look at you. You were lucky.
But like they're not even done yet, right? Yeah. They're not even college yet. But it's like you're gonna make things worse by leaving. Yeah. Because instead of, oh, he should concentrate on his life and whatever, when you leave, he's gonna drop everything. Literally, a company will crumble. Yeah. He doesn't give a fuck until he finds you.
It's true.
Right? So it's like, leaving is never the answer. Leaving literally is counterproductive to what you're trying to do. You want to break up with this person? Break up with the person. Straight up, just fucking tell them, I don't love you. Well, actually, I hate when they do that in the shows, but say, I don't love you. We should not be together. And that's that. But you have to be fucking like resolute in your decision.
You can't go to like the beach after in your new home and be like, why did I do this? No, you just be that strong ass bitch. Move on with your life.
Thank you. Thank you. Exactly. Because it's fucking shit, man. Like, They leave and it's like, "Ah, I miss him so much. Well, fuck you. Why'd you leave him?
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing. Literally, there was nothing wrong with your relationship. You just thought that there was something wrong.
So one thing I wanted to compare was the brother and Lee Min-ho. Like they both technically had, well, Lee Min-ho has a relationship now, but like they both technically had relationships with people that are considered below them, right? Like the teacher tutor with his brother, and then Lee Min-ho with her. with her. And it's just like you can kind of see, I feel like his brother's jealous of him in a sense, because it's like he fought for what he wanted. He wanted to be with this girl.
Yeah.
And he fought for it and he was determined and he got it in the end. Yeah. Whereas the brother was like, well, no, I have to listen to my dad. And it's like, no, this is, it just kind of shows you like the older brother, younger brother dynamic, where the older brother has to listen to everything you say, but the younger brother can kind of get away with more things.
I agree. And there, I think at one point, where like closer to the end of the last couple episodes, you see where Kim Won, the older brother, he starts to like, instead of being jealous now, he's moving towards being happy for his brother that he chose that. Yeah. He obviously, he's still obviously envious of it, but less jealous and more of the older brother kind of thing, right? Whereas the entire time it was like jealousy and hatred and all that stuff, right? But yeah, exactly. Sorry. Train of thought stops and then something else starts, right? Oh yeah, we thought okay. Beautiful, powerful people. Oh, okay. We already talked about. Okay.
Oh my god.
I know I emphasize this, and we emphasize this in every fucking episode. Is the fucking lack of communication in this fucking show? Yeah. Which is another reason why the character leaves, like Cha Eun-Sang leaves, or like the female. It's for some God knows what reason. It's always the female protagonist that leaves,
because the females see it. They see like, okay, this person deserves more. I deserve more. Like, let me just take myself out of the equation.
Wait. Yeah, they deserve more, but he's trying to give them more.
I know, but like maybe she doesn't like. It's like she doesn't want to compare, and she doesn't want to take over his life. You know, like she doesn't have anything technically compared to him. So it's like, well, how can I be with someone that has everything and that can give me everything I want, but I can't give him anything? And I think that's what they think, whereas really you're giving your life to them.
Exactly. And see, and that's where it's like, that's where the lack of communication is, where you're feeling these different emotions, and you're feeling, you know, these feelings constrain you, and like you're suffocating yourself with all this shit in your head, and you don't tend to express those feelings to your loved one, right? To your significant other. And that's what a lot of these shows show, because a lot of like this shit happens in real life too. Like half the time, like people will not communicate the way they feel to the other person, because I don't want them to get mad, or I don't want them to upset them, or whatever. It's like, you have to understand that.
It's a lot of the older generation,
but
right?
Like, it's not but
even now too.
Like,
but
it's a two-way street, and so when you don't like something, right, you want to voice your opinion about it, the other person's not gonna like everything that you do or everything that goes on, right? So it's a two-way street. You have to communicate. Okay, how do we figure this shit out? How do we not get along? How do we compromise, right?
The one thing I will give to them is that, like, honestly, they're 17. Like, they're still learning.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So, like, they can kind of get a bit of a pass, whereas, like, the older, like, the brother and, like, the teacher.
Yeah, that was, yeah.
You know, like, they could have had a conversation and said, like, she broke up with him. Like, really?
Yeah, and he would always get mad because she'd always just break up with him every single friggin' time.
Yeah.
And there was never a conversation. That was the worst part. They should have had a conversation. They're old enough. They're adults.
Yeah.
You know, one of them's a teacher teaching children, like the younger generation, and he's
Yeah.
a fucking head of a corporation. It's like, yo, you're adults. You should know what communication is, right?
Apparently. Not.
Well, okay, I get they're younger. I get that. I'll give them a pass a bit. But the more the show goes on, the more you see that they try to be adults, right? They try to be older than they are.
Yeah.
And the only one that really communicates is, what's his face? Chan Young and Bona are the only ones that really, like...
No, I think what's his face? The other guy.
Kim Woo-bin's character? Oh.
Yeah, I think he does. Like, I think in a bullyish way, but I think he communicates in the sense where he's like, you get away from the girl. I like her.
Yeah.
And like he puts his feelings out there for her.
Yeah. In that sense, yeah, he does. Though
And
he
like if
doesn't-
she wouldn't have went to the States and she would have met him, man, they would have been an amazing couple.
I think he would have stopped bullying sooner.
I think so too.
I think he would have stopped bullying sooner if they would have met.
Yeah.
If she didn't go to the States, or
Yeah.
if they met. The thing is, like, they wouldn't have met if she didn't go to the States, right? She needed to go to the States for her to come back and then end up going there, right?
Yeah.
Granted, it's possible that if she would have stayed. No, actually, if she would have stayed, she probably would have ended up going there anyways, because the reason why, so the reason why she moved into the mansion
Yeah.
was because she sent all her money to her sister. Remember?
Yeah.
So she didn't really have any money, and
Yeah.
so the mistress decided to let them move in. So technically, if she didn't go to the States, she could have probably met him first.
And then he wouldn't have come back.
Yo, they should do what if miniseries.
Can they do a what if and then do him and her and then the dad and the mom and Rachel's mom? I don't remember the kid's name. That would have been
Chan Young's,
amazing.
Chan Young's dad. Yeah. They should. I like that. I like that couple. Chan Young's
Me
dad
too,
and
and
Rachel's
and,
mom.
and I'm kind of sad that it kind of just like ended on like
You don't know what's
like,
going on. Like they just kind of
yeah.
like not, nothing.
Nothing.
So
I want
I know,
more.
right? That's another couple that there was no communication between them two, because obviously there was something there, right? They obviously had something in the past, but because he's not good enough or whatever,
Yeah.
but you don't know if she was the one that rejected him or he's the one that rejected her.
But then did he not become good enough for her once he became like vice president of the company?
Right, but I think there was still issues, and that's where the communication comes in. That's where they should have started talking again, and like not just making out in the fucking in front
Like,
of
that
the
was hot too,
bathrooms.
but, you know.
Like, yo, I have a crush on her. She's
Okay.
gorgeous. So communication is like key, and I'm gonna compare it to the C drama. Please feel at ease, Mr. Ling, because it's very similar in a sense that he's the head of his own company, and she's poor, but she's not actually poor. She comes from a rich family, got kicked out. Anyways,
Yeah.
there's a whole the show's not even done yet. Like,
Yeah.
so she it takes like, okay, actually I'll give this show one up over the Heirs, because after it takes them about an episode for them to communicate after. So they don't say shit to each other, shit goes down the drain, and then the next episode, okay, sorry. They start talking about it. And they do that every time something happens.
But like if you just go to talk about it first before you like jump to conclusions,
Right?
you could like avoid all of it.
Just communicate with your significant other, with your whoever the hell you're talking to. Just communicate your feelings directly and be as clear as possible. Because sometimes you want to use analogies, you want to use expressions, you want to fucking beat around the bush. No, just fucking
Sometimes
say
it just goes over their head and they don't understand.
Well, that's it. Like sometimes you're not everybody is, I don't want to say quick on their feet, but sometimes you'll say things that you think that they're gonna get, but it goes right over their heads, right? Sometimes you just need to just say it right away. Like there's like Cho Young-do. He's always trying to express his feelings to Eun-Sang. Dude, just be like, yo, bitch, I like you.
But he does at one point.
Yeah, eventually. Eventually, after he loses.
I really like
I like him too. Like,
and I know, like, he's a bully, and, like, we don't like bullies, but, like, I like him.
yeah, I know. I like him too. Like, the issue. Actually, okay. So what's good at what they really did show about the show is how, it's not that he's troubled, more or less he's taking out his anger on others.
Well, he's being like his dad.
Right? Exactly.
Like, I feel like if his mom was there,
Yeah.
she would have kind of steered him in a different direction.
Yeah.
Whereas his dad is like,
A piece of shit.
I'm gonna kill everyone, kind of thing.
I'm gonna kill
you know?
everybody. I'm gonna beat everybody.
If I go down, you all go down with me.
And I feel and I don't condone his actions at all. I
No.
don't. What I do appreciate is that but at the end, he goes and apologizes, right?
Yeah.
And accepting that the kid will not forgive him.
Yeah. And, like, not getting mad about it. He's just like, okay, I get what I did was
Yeah.
wrong, and I'm sorry.
And like you have to live with that. And like the fact that he was okay with that was
yeah.
you know.
Obviously, he's not okay with it, but, like, what else
No,
can he
but
do,
exactly,
right?
like he was willing to accept that, right? Because you don't. Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead. No, you don't. Just finish because it's off topic.
Okay, go
anyways.
off topic. It's fine.
Another miniseries that I'd like to see is him and his mom.
Him and his mom. Oh, because
Yeah.
they reconnect close
Yeah.
to the end. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't really see.
I like to see, like, why. No, like, she try and contact him, or his dad, like, stopped?
No, his dad. I don't think his dad let her near him or
Yeah.
something like that. I can't
Like,
remember.
after she ran away. But, like, I'd like to see kind of how it turns out.
You know who? You know a mini. A miniseries like literally like an episode or two. Is as much as I didn't like her and like her character in the show was
Rachel?
No. I fucking hated her, but I love Kim Ji-won, and it really hurt me because I couldn't. It took me a while after watching this show. It took me a while to watch her next show, even though I really wanted to watch the show, I couldn't do it. Like, what was the next show? I was watching. It was
Wasn't it with Parkshill?
What?
Wasn't it with
No,
Parkshill?
she had another. Wait. Oh, wrong pen.
Okay, what was the other
So
miniseries that
it
you
was
liked?
Remember the mom, like the kids. One of the students.
Yeah.
Her mom runs a hostess bar,
Oh,
and
that
she
would've
has
been
a
cool.
crush on Young Do.
Yeah.
I wanted to see her perspective because you see her and she's always there when there's
Yeah.
the big crowds or whatever, but I want to
Yeah.
see her perspective before, right? And just from like what she's obviously always staring at the guy or like always like
Yeah. They kind of look similar.
right. You're so
They would have
funny.
had really cute babies.
Very cute babies. But I would have loved to see her perspective on like school life, trying to like follow him around kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think that would have been cute.
That'd be so cool because, like, a lot of shows do it where it's like an episode in each person's perspective.
Hmm.
But it would be like they should, like miniseries, just like an episode.
I'm-
They did that for Skins.
Kind of. Well, they're doing that with they're doing like the for Elite. They're
Yeah,
doing
like the
mini
miniseries
stories,
between
right?
each
Yeah.
couple and stuff. Yeah, I'm so excited.
One more would be Kang Han-il's character, the one that's older, their older classmate, because he tried to commit suicide the year before, right? So
Yeah.
I'd actually like to see a mini series of just him, like not just him, but like more of his story because of his struggle.
Yeah, I liked
Because
him.
it's interesting because it's almost like me personally cannot relate to his struggle because he has the issue with his parents, right? Where their parents want him to do something and he wants to do something else, right?
Yeah.
And I add something that a lot of like in our culture,
Wealthy.
like even in our culture where like the parents always, oh, if you're not a doctor, you're not, you know, you're not a lawyer or whatever, right?
Yeah.
A lot of the like I've known people like that.
If you're not a finance manager,
Right?
okay.
So you see the struggle, like he can't communicate with his parents because they're so hard-headed, right? They're so stuck in their ways and they're so stubborn about what they want their son to do because their dad's a friggin' he works for Lee Min-ho's company, right?
Yeah.
And he should be
He's a lawyer,
yeah,
right?
something like that. And he's like, you should study business and you should get and do this and that. And he doesn't want to, and he wants to do something completely different.
Yeah.
To the like.
I like we're in like the little flash to the future kind of thing with Lee Min-ho. Like they show that he's an actor.
No, director.
Oh, director. And it's just like, what?
Well, because he was, if you don't, he was.
He's the radio guy.
Yeah, he's the
producer at the radio
exactly.
station.
But if you remember the conversations that they have whenever he's there, they're always talking about film festivals. Yeah, because I think he submitted. Because I think they said he submitted to his short film to a film festival. Yeah, it's really brief.
I missed
Yeah,
that.
so. If you pay attention to one of the like a couple of the episodes, they talk about it, and it's like brief because it's always like fucking Kim Tan kicking the door in for Eun-Sang and Eun-Sang, and then it tears away from whatever they were talking about, right? But they mentioned that, and that's why they.
It's always the creatives, that like go to the extremes to kind of.
It's when you have so much in your much in your head that you want to express, and then you have not just one person but two people in your life that just kind of trying to suppress that, you explode, and that's what happened, right?
Which is understandable.
And then he did it again, but this time he went to the army instead. So
he's like, I can't believe you found out before my mom did.
Right? You didn't tell your parents. I was like, what the fuck?
And like the parents can't do anything because like you can't.
No, you can't. You can't
take a person out of the army once they're registered.
Exactly. Like when you're 18. So in Korea, when you're between the ages of 18 and 35, you have to go to the military.
Yeah.
So you can wait for your letter, or you can draft by yourself.
Yeah.
Once you're drafted, that's it.
Yeah.
Your parents can't come in and be like, no, you have to unregister. Like, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
That's not how this works. 'Cause either way, he's gonna have to go to the army.
Yeah.
Right?
But it's such a good thing for him to do for himself, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna get away for 2 years pretty much, and like figure out what I want to do, and then hopefully once I come out, maybe my parents will just leave me.
Exactly, and maybe he'll enjoy it and he'll stay in the army.
Yeah.
Right.
Never know.
Right. Exactly.
I wonder how many people do though. It's always because like they have to have people that actually stay in the army to like be like generals.
Yeah.
And
There's people that do.
sergeants
So a friend of mine, God rest his soul, he was very interested in the army. So he was in cadets for a long time, and when he was 18, he was trying to go into the army, but an accident happened and he passed away. But he was he wanted to be part of the army. That's why he did cadets for so long, and right. There's a lot of interesting people like that. I say that because I don't want to. Yeah, no, nothing against it. It's whatever you want to do, but like I personally don't want to be in the army. That's why I don't go back to Syria.
You're too much of a pansy.
I'm not gonna
I'm
pansy.
kidding.
You see what I have to deal with?
I'm kidding. It's a joke.
Rude. Sure it is. I'm sure it is. Anyways.
I think you're anything but you know.
Exactly. So I think that's it for today. For that. Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that. There's so much. Yeah, I know. It's like we can like sit and watch this show.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, I can comment the entire way because there's so much shit going on. because there's so many different characters with different issues.
I wish they kind of made this show longer. Like it was what? It was already
20 episodes, so if they would.
But like it would have been cool if it was a longer show because then you could have got more background to each character.
Yeah, that's true.
But like it was a good length in the sense that it kind of did wrap everything
Yeah.
up. But like it would have been cool to even get like a couple year later, like
Yeah,
vision.
Yeah. Like an actual like
Yeah.
not just him like talking daydreaming.
But
10 years later.
they're all
By the-
friends again.
by-
Are you sure?
By the way, Nadia was like, I swear to God, if it took 10 years for you to propose to me, I don't think we'd be married right now. Anyway, so moving on. What's
what?
poppin'?
You know what?
What's popping today? What's popping today?
I'm sorry, but props to the women that can wait 10 years to get married and they're like 35 and still fucking waiting for that shit. Get the fuck out of here. Are you kidding me? I dedicate 10 years of my life to being with you. Okay, if like they decide they don't want to get married and they've had this conversation before, but if that fucking girl thinks I want to get married and I've been with you for 10 fucking years and I don't, and I just, the end goal is to be, it's, shut up, is to be married. Like, no.
So fun fact, people.
No, don't bring it up.
Nadia,
no. Hey, no.
What?
I don't trust what you're bringing up.
Well, bring what up? I'm just. What are you not trust? Wow. So I convinced Nadia before I proposed to her that I never want to get married. So for a year before, it took about a year to convince her to like finally let it go that we weren't getting married. And I'm legit like a year.
What he thinks that I was convinced.
Oh, shut your
like,
face! You were so every time it came up, you were so mad. You were like livid every time it came up. Okay, don't even try. Don't even try. You knew you were so mad. Okay, every time we brought it up. So I proposed to her. Okay, I got the ring. It took me a while. I got the ring. Okay. I took her to Montreal. We went to the botanical gardens, and I proposed to her there. And she didn't know, which is great. But I did ask permission from your father.
And my mother.
And your mother.
And then I called my mom. She's like, I knew. Like, she's like rubbing it in my face.
Thanks for it.
Like, fuck you.
Secrets. I was supposed to, when I went to ask your mom, I was like, man, she's not going to keep this a secret.
No, she's really good at keeping secrets.
Is she?
Yeah.
I feel like with you, she's not.
No, she's good at keeping secrets when it's against me. But when it's other people, like family members and like, just gossip, she tells me because like I'm her sounding board.
Okay. Anyways, what's popping in the hood today, y'all? All right. So today, a few days ago, Bam Bam from KAD S2E5 released his single track called Ribbon. It was really good. It's like literally, I think it's like 50%, like maybe even like 60% English. Oh, actually, yeah, about like I'd even say 75% English and 25% Korean. It's really fucking good. You were watching that? I showed you.
Yeah, I was watching it with you.
You were watching it, yeah. I don't know if you were actually paying attention to it.
I thought it was a bit weird.
It was really out there.
Yeah.
Huh? It was really weird, and it suits him though. If you
I
ever
don't know
like,
who Bam Bam is. I didn't know who he was before this. So.
If you ever like pay attention to, so when you watch KAD S2E5 videos, just pay attention to Bam Bam. He's the taller, skinnier one.
Yeah, he's really skinny.
Yeah, he's really skinny, and if you see him in interviews and stuff like that, you'll see how extravagant, I guess you can say. He dresses differently. I guess maybe it's his persona, but it's always like out there, but it's really good. And it suits him. Like you see him and you're like, yeah, that suits him kind of thing. And the video was literally, it really suited him. The song too is really, 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 really good. Like I said, it was like mostly in English, a bit in Korean, and you won't even notice it because as he sings in English, you don't notice he starts singing in Korean and switches back to English, and you're just like, oh, it's all in English, yeah. Because I thought it was all in English the first time I finally listened to it, And then I watched the video again, and I'm like,
No.
wait. I don't understand it. What did he say? What is this word? Really good. So I'm excited for more stuff from him and the rest of GOT7. Jackson Wang, Jackson's always doing stuff. Jin Young is in a new show. I know Mark Twong is in the States because that's where he's originally from, and he's working on stuff in the States.
Have they like announced their comeback? Because they signed all to different labels, right?
Yeah. They're all on different labels. They haven't announced their comeback yet, but they're doing solo stuff. Like JB is with JB and the other one. Oh my god, I can't remember his name. They're both with J Park's labels, 2 different labels. One's on Higher Music and the other one's on AOMG. It's funny, they both signed to J Park,
But 2 different labels.
2 different labels. Again, they're like from JYP, and then he got kicked out of JYP. Yeah, it's funny. He's taking over. J Park is sick. So they're all doing their own stuff, and they're all really working on their own stuff. And what's great is that they get to do, because they're working with different labels, they get more creative control, which is great. Especially with J Park. J Park really emphasizes on creative control for his artists, which is awesome.
Well, that's because he's crazy.
Yeah,
And he likes creative control. Like his videos make absolutely no sense.
I know. Weird as shit, but the music's amazing.
They're all 90s style, and it's like, okay.
And then another, so look out for Bam Bam. He's awesome. And obviously listen to all the GOT7 stuff. They're awesome. Wonho is always coming out with new stuff all the time. I've been wanting to talk about Wonho because his friggin' album, it's one of the few albums that I actually enjoy. It's weird because a lot of even like I love EXO, I love BTS, but like sometimes some of their songs I don't want to listen to because it's they'll do like ballads or like just
Love ballads. Love ballads are like the
I don't
best
know.
part
I do, and like the one that I prefer actually for love ballads is So Eun-guk.
Oh, okay.
His ballads are friggin' amazing. But I just like when I'm in the car and I'm listening, I'd rather something with more more rhythm, right? And like a lot of ballad, it's notes being held, and it's like a lot more like the vocal range is amazing.
Yeah.
But I want something to like bob my head to.
You're a bobber.
Yeah, exactly. So I know like there's Lose, Ain't About You, what's the other one from his first one? The other one is Love Synonym Part 1 and Love Synonym Part 2. One is Right for Me and Right for Us. Part 1 is Right for Me and Part 2 is Right for Us. So Open Mind, Lost in Paradise. Losing You was good.
Yeah, I like
It's
it.
more of a ballad, but it's still kind of like rhythmy, in my opinion, anyways. And an Open Mind is awesome. It's fucking great. And you just listen to the lyrics; it's so good. Wonho was amazing, and I think that when he had to leave Monster X, I think that like as much as it sucked that he had to leave, I think it's better for his career that he got a chance to. Go solo, and a lot of like some artists can't do it. Not that they can't, it's that they, because in Korea when you're wrapped in scandals and shit, it causes problems to your image and whatever. But he was lucky enough that it didn't cause that much damage to his image, and his fan base was still there. And it just blew up as soon as he came out by himself, which was amazing.
Wasn't his scandal just weed?
Yeah. Weed, and the fucking chick was saying that he like borrowed money from him.
Oh, right.
It's
Okay. Like 75 years ago? Like,
I
don't understand
years
these
ago.
people that come out and like, okay, I get bullying because that sometimes leads to like the person's character. But like coming out like 20 years later, oh, he borrowed 20, like I know it was more than $20, but like, he borrowed money and never paid him back. Like,
my question is like, why didn't you go and ask for it back? Like, it's not like you couldn't reach him. It's not like you didn't see where he was. Like,
Yeah.
obviously you know where he is. Just look at Instagram, look at fucking social media. You'll know exactly where he is.
But
go fucking
I
get your
just
money
don't
back.
like, what are you trying to get? Your 5 minutes of fame? No one likes you now.
She does it to a lot of people. So I don't understand. No one understands how her, as a technically a drug dealer, is still free. But apparently, she is a chiboy.
She's a
So
what?
she's a fucking heir.
Oh.
She has a lot of money. She comes from a rich family.
That's
That's why
fine.
she's not. Yeah,
So
exactly.
she has lawyers, you know?
Exactly. Like she was the one that with Bi from oh my god. Oh my god. Is it Bi? Bi from a group. I can't remember his group. Oh shit. She was trying to screw him over. Wonho and another couple other people too.
But it's like, if you're so desperate to have attention, why don't you just go become like an actor or something?
She is an actor.
Well, I know,
Anyways,
but I'm just
she's
saying.
an
Yeah.
actor. She doesn't do shit. Anyways, so fuck her. Forget it. So yeah, check out Wonho.
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam, and I will plug in our own stuff. So Cardi, KVRDII. His most recent track. So Cardi is my producing partner, one of my best friends, and he did a song with an artist in the UK, Tim Moyo, and an artist in I think she's from California.
Oh, cool.
Goes by Leia, and called Only You. And man, her vocals are nice. I don't know. Did you listen to it?
I heard it in the car.
Okay,
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, her vocals are amazing. Like, she doesn't sound like the typical singer that you hear on the radio all the fucking time.
Yeah.
She actually has a unique voice,
Yeah.
and she sounds great, and she knows how to hit the notes. So apparently, he's telling me that there's gonna be more songs with her, which is great. He's got an entire EP with Tim Moyo, who is also awesome. He was in the UK, and hopefully we'll be doing more stuff together shortly. I did Simo's EP that's coming out soon. Cardi did the one before, and most likely has more coming for him too. So we'll be doing a lot of work together. So check that out, Cardi, KVRDII on Spotify. And I don't know if he's on YouTube or not. I think he's only on Spotify.
Cool.
Yeah. So check it out.
Woot.
And we'll see you next week. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.
To every type of father there is.
Woo.
And we shall see you next week.
Why did that take you so long?
I don't know. No. Yeah, next week. And we're going to have to film it early because we're
Oh, yeah, we're leaving.
Yeah. So the weekend we're busy. So
Yeah. Love you.
peace.